Yo, what is going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it with a brand new build. I made this build the other day. This guy is called the Dark Arts Swordsman. He's basically a samurai warrior who has delved into some dark magic, and his combat technique has evolved in relation to the dark arts that he's learned. So in our second weapon slot, we'll always have the Centrina sword, the sleep sword. So that's going to be playing into our build. We're going to be trying to put our opponents to sleep, and then we'll be able to switch to our main weapon, which will either be, let's just arrange these a little bit, which will either be the moonveil, the starline sword, the sword of night, or the dragon scale blade. These are going to offer us some really nice ashes of war. Like I said, we can either follow those up after we've put them to sleep, or we can just use them in combat whenever I feel it's necessary. Makes for some really nice plays, and I think it fits the dark arts theme that I'm going for. And then as well as this, I've got some spells that I can use as well. As I said, he's dabbled into magic and the dark arts, so spells make sense. In my flask I've got a boost to intelligence, which allows me to use all of my spells. I've got a nice few options here, the glint blade trio. I've got the cherishing fingers, which is a really cool spell, and it works well with the sleep. Put them to sleep, hit them with the spell. Glintstone nails, yeah, some nice options. Like I say, it's a level 80 build guys, split between dex and intelligence. They're my talismans. I've got the Stargazer heirloom to boost my intelligence. Then in the flask I've got the magic shroud and cracked tear and the intelligence knot. Really nice build guys, works really well, interesting play style. Let's get back into those lovely invasions. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the invasion so far. We're still at it on seamless co-op invasions. I really can't get enough of this now. I honestly don't think I'm ever going to go back. I don't think you can. Once you're having so much fun like I am, it'll be very hard to go back to vanilla now. It's just so good guys. I spoke about it a lot in the last video. I'm not going to keep saying all the same things, but if you've not tried it, you really should go and give it a go if you can, because it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, brand new build, the Dark Arts Samurai Swordsman. I think it's a really nice concept for a build. He's kind of an outcast samurai who fell into this world of dark magic. He's still got remnants of being a samurai with the swords that he's using, but he's changed his swords in order to wield them with magic, and he's using all these spells. He's using some underhand tactics in sleep and sleep pots to weave into his playstyle, and it just works really well as a character and as a build itself. Visually I think it's awesome. I love the fashion. Yeah, the dark magic's changed him. You can see with the face, with the helmet he's using. He's changed into this dark being, someone to be feared. I decided to make this build at level 80 guys. The last build I made for Seamless, well the first build I made for Seamless was at level 50. I thought that was a really nice starting point, and it was really fun. It was a really nice build at level 50, but I didn't want to stay around that level for the next build. I wanted to go up a little bit, but saying that, I didn't want to go too high. I don't want to try those meta levels yet, you know, like 125 and above. I'm really happy just experimenting with each build as I go, increasing it a small amount. So the first one was 50, this one's 80. Now, I don't know if you noticed at the start of the video when I spoke about the build, but I am actually using Radagon's Saw Seal on this one. Now, level 80 is the absolute cut-off for a Saw Seal that I would ever go. I've made builds before at level 80 that use it, and I think it's not too bad. There are times when I'm invading where I can tell, and I'm thinking I'm taking a bit more damage than I'd like to, but overall, in Seamless at least, there's not many over-level phantoms. It feels okay, but like I say, I wouldn't go any higher than this using Saw Seal, but to make the build how I wanted to make it, I kind of had to use it. If I didn't use a Saw Seal now, it would look a lot different than it does, and that's not what I wanted. So, for a trade-off, you know, it's a risk using it, but it feels okay, and I'm really happy with the build with it included, so it's staying. Definitely needed to use the intelligence not on this build as well. I could get it to level 30 with the intelligence that I had available, but then I really, I decided that I really wanted to use this finger spell on the build as well. I thought it really suited the dark art style, the dark magic style. It's a really strange looking spell, and I've never used it, I've never used it, and I wanted to use it, so I needed to get that 10 extra to allow me to use it, and I'm glad I did, guys, because I think it really suits the build. It's so satisfying when you get them to sleep and then you hit them with the big finger spell. No one ever really sees it. It works pretty well and it does some decent damage, so I'm really happy with that spell on the build. Something else that I've never used, which I've actually included on this build, is the moonveil. I've never used the dreaded moonveil, but I thought this build in particular was a really good one to try it out on. We're using loads of different samurai swords, all with these cool Ashes of War. It suits the build, and like I said earlier, we're kind of using some underhand tactics on this build. It doesn't really care about respect and etiquette and the rules of war. He will use the moonveil. This character will use the moonveil if it's available to him. So it's on the build. I'm trying it out. I'm actually quite enjoying it, I don't think it's the same as when you've got a gank and they're chasing you down and you've got someone just spamming the moonveil. That's different when you're facing it. But if you're a solo player fighting against a gank, it can sometimes get you out of a pinch. And it's just been fun to use, guys, so, that's staying as well. I'm glad I put it on. I've never used it before. It's a good laugh. Now this was something new that I never came across at level 50, and it happened to me quite a few times at level 80, and that is people using these spirit ashes against me during invasions. Before this video, before I was doing these invasions, it's not something I even considered, although I knew it was part of the Seamless invasion, the whole deal, it was part of the whole deal in invasions. People can use these, but I kind of just disregarded it. I didn't think about it. I didn't expect it to happen, but I don't know what the difference is between level 50 and level 80. But at level 80, it's happened to me quite a few times now, and I just didn't have it in my arsenal to fight back with. I didn't have a spirit ash of my own. You can see now, I'm doing my best against these two, but I've got two big banished knights and two opposition players. It was hard work. I managed to kill one of the knights. I do eventually kill the other one, but it's just taken too much out of me. And yeah, you'll see what happens in this invasion. But regardless, this was a really fun one. I think I did a good job. I think I put up a good fight against these two. This was quite a long invasion. A very fun invasion, actually. It was very different. Again, not something you would ever even have to think about in vanilla Elden Ring. But in seamless co-op invasions, all of these things can happen, and it is absolutely amazing. It's amazing and it's so much fun. So after this particular invasion now, this, like I say, it happened to me a few times, people using spirit ashes against me. I decided to even the playing field and get one for myself. So I've spawned in here and these two are just chatting to big old Blade there, so I'm just kind of standing off, waiting for them to get back into the action. One of them has done, the other one's still chatting, that's absolutely fine. I come down here to take on Mr. Wolfhead with the claws. We're just having a nice old scrap. The other guy gets involved shortly. I thought it was a pretty standard fight, and then watch what happens, guys. Now, where did that magic spell come from? I didn't quite catch it at the time. I saw the spell, but again, you know, I didn't quite catch that it might have been a spirit ash. You can see him there, top right of the screen. Yep, you can see him there again. These two have done it to me once again, boys. Wow, a motorbike squad just went past my house, guys. It happens very often. I do apologise if you heard the motorbike in the background. But yeah, these two more spirit ashes, but guess what? I'd learned my lesson at this point, and I get one out of my own. Let's even the playing field, shall we? Let's see how they like it when they've got a banished knight to deal with. Not so fun when the shoe's on the other foot, is it? Oh man, seamless invasions are so much fun. So I always carry this spirit ash with me now, but I only use it when people use them against me. I don't get it out unless they get one out of their own. You know, I'm not just going to pop it out when I'm fighting against a group or a solo host by themselves. If they get one out against me, I'm going to summon my own, even the playing field, and make things a little bit more interesting. So this is the last invasion of the video, guys. This one has been an absolute blast. This build is a lot of fun. Not overpowered by any stretch of the imagination. We're using some strong weapons, but you know, we've not got a lot of poise, we've not got a lot of armour, a lot of defences. It does the job, it works well, but an organised gang can still make life hard. But yeah, last invasion of the video anyway, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll let this one play out. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you all on the next one.